Now, back to The Psychology of Spirit.
So, demons, are they in existence or not? Some people believe in possession, as I said before, and I've seen movies to support it. I have never seen it in my personal life. And remember, I can speak to those who have crossed over, and I do clear homes. I've taught people to clear homes, and I've been in places where I can hear things, feel things, and actually sense where people believe there is evil. People who have died are simply people who have died. They are dead people. Can they be mischievous? You're darn right. But the true evil that's been created in movies and everything else, you must question it, because if you haven't seen it, don't perpetuate its existence in your mind. Why create fear in daily life when you don't need to have it? Life is hard enough to navigate, perpetuating self-love and self-acceptance. So you're better off to focus on those things. But remember, religion warns that if you only focus on those things, evil could get you. The devil could slyly slip in. That's why I question religion so greatly. Wouldn't you want me to focus on loving myself so I can get myself closer to God? Wouldn't you want me to work on loving myself and accepting myself so I can love and accept the people around me? We all know if we don't love ourselves, we can't really be loved or love anyone else. There's so many conflicting things when I look at religion. But there's no conflicting things when I follow my own personal faith. Ministers didn't like me. You can well imagine why. Because I heard the voice of God, and they told me I couldn't. And I said, if God is unconditionally loving, why would he judge me? I have been a member of many churches. I very much believed in religion, very, very much, because I know God exists, and you cannot tell me any different. It's just my personal belief. And yet, they told me I couldn't pray directly to God. They basically told me I was wrong. But yet, I felt so strong in my faith. And yet my faith's supposed to be wrong. Many people today still question my faith. And you know what? That's okay. They're allowed. If their faith works for them, what do they care what I think? What do I care what they think? People who have strong faith don't debate it. They live it. So what about heaven and hell? There is a phenomenal movie out. It's an older movie. It's called What Dreams May Come. That's What Dreams May Come. It has Robin Williams in it. It's a very sad show, people. So if you watch it, be prepared to cry. And it shows that we create heaven or hell. God doesn't do it to us. We do it ourselves. And remember, since everything is perfect, where we choose to go when we die is our choice, it's our right, and it doesn't mean we are trapped. So if you've lost a loved one and you feel that they were saddened, when we die there is no time. You must remember this. So don't ever fear that your loved one has gone to a terrible place, because that's just not true. And if they need a bit of time to think about things, they're not locked in a purgatory situation. They simply just need to sort things out. And it's okay. Time does not exist once we've died. There is definitely heaven. There is definitely hell. But look at it the same way you look at life. You can wake up and make life great, or you can make life not so good. So you're not sent there by God. It is your choice when you die. If you die with no regrets, all you're going to see is heaven. If you die with lots of regrets, you're going to kind of create your own hell for a bit. simply because you're trying to work it out. The same as when you're having a bad day and you feel things are coming at you. When we feel like victims, we don't see the world as a great place to be in. And when you die, if you see yourself as a victim, one who has been forgotten, you're going to feel pretty lonely at first. But you are never alone. On earth, you are never alone. You have you for starters. You have your guides, and darn it, you have your faith. And that's before I even start naming off all the people you have around you. We are not alone here. Ever alone. So in the biblical sense of heaven and hell, no, there is no hell. And no, technically, there is really no heaven. We don't earn our place into heaven. We are all here to die. That is our purpose. We are born. We exist. We are here to experience life to the best of our ability. And then we are all going home. That's the reality. So why would you wait to live until you die? Is that not saying my life is not a gift? Is that not saying to God it's not quite good enough because I'm not quite good enough? If you have that attitude, you are not being grateful to what created you. You are not being grateful for your daily existence. Oh, but I'm a sinner. That's not being grateful. That's thinking you're a victim of your circumstances. Look up, people. We are doing the best that we can. That does not make us wrong. It makes us all equal. We're just doing our best. And you know what? That's all we can do. And we need to accept that fact. We also need to accept the fact that when we die, we become spirit once again. It is not an earned thing. It is what we are. We are spirit first before we even got here. It is not an earned thing. Religion is not going to earn you a higher place. We are already equal. But faith, and if it comes through your religion, will always keep you strong. And I believe that we all need faith. Life gets pretty difficult sometimes. The experience that we've chosen to put ourselves through can be pretty extreme. We have the right to judge. We do. That's what ego does. Remember that. We are going to judge ourselves. But if we will learn to balance it with acceptance and compassion and understanding, knowing that we are equal to everyone and knowing that we love ourselves as much as we possibly can and that we are always doing our best, and look at other people the same way. Like I said before, nothing is worth fighting over. If you are able to see that everything is as it should be, as God in the universe intended it to be, you then realize this world is not broken at all. It's in a perfect state. It's exactly as God intended it. And trust me, God in the universe, regardless of the name you give it, knows more than we ever will. This dance of life is perfect. And even though we don't always understand it, it is absolutely perfect. Faith is found in gratitude for everything that you have around you today and every minute, no matter whether you be grateful to whatever you believe in. And then do your best to accept it. You don't have to like it, but accept it. Within that, you will find unshakable faith, regardless of what religion you back it with and personal views that you have. Faith is simple. I encourage you to find your own. Have a wonderful week, and I'll meet you back here next week. This is the Psychology of Spirit with AuKeeRa Rayne.
Thank you for being with us on The Psychology of Spirit with your host, AuKeeRa Rayne. We hope you've enjoyed today's program and will return to us next Monday afternoon at 5 p.m. Eastern Time and 2 p.m. Pacific Time on Seventh Wave Network. Remember, life is not meant to be an uphill climb. It's just life.